They're fascinating and terrifying. The world's deadly snakes. Some use power, others use venom. Which of these amazing serpents is the most fearsome? To find out, I'm going to explore their secret worlds.
Growling, did you hear the growl?
Go head-to-head with giants.
That may be the biggest snake I've ever captured.
And confront my deepest fears.
Okay. I always told myself this is the one snake I'd never put my hands on.
As I seek out the world's deadliest snake. I'm Dr. Brady Barr, a reptile expert. In the course of my research, I've come face to face with some of the deadliest snakes on the planet.
Snake, snake, snake!
After each dangerous encounter, people often ask me which snake is the deadliest. And I usually tell them it's the snake that just bit you. But getting more scientific than that is extremely difficult. Each snake has its own attributes, different weaponry, and even killing strategies that make it dangerous.
Whoa.
But of the over 2,000 snake species found on the planet, there are 7 that make me really nervous. These bad boys of the snake world have been selected from my 15 years field experience, expert opinion, and their fierce reputations. To get up close and personal with these 7 snakes, I'll team up with expert scientists. We'll capture and then grade each snake on 5 basic criteria: size, volume and toxicity of venom, personality, and number of human deaths. The snake with the highest score will get my vote as the world's deadliest. I'm gonna begin my investigation with the longest venomous snake in the world. Meet the king cobra. This has gotta be a prime candidate for the deadliest of all snakes. My first encounter takes me to India, where snakes are revered as gods by the Hindus who live there. But as more land is given over to farming, king cobras are being viewed as a nuisance rather than objects of worship. It's biologist Jerry Martin's job to help relocate problem serpents. Jerry has received reports of a very large cobra, which is making these villagers uneasy. We think it's best if we capture the snake and relocate it to a safe place. That safe place is a cobra reserve about 40 miles away.
Have you seen Bamboo here? Okay, he says that a couple of weeks ago he's seen that big. He's seen a cobra this thick.
Wow.
Down by the paddy fields.
Can he take us to where he saw the snake last?
It's cobra nesting season, so we have to be particularly careful. If we find a nest with eggs, the mother may be nearby. You see, the king cobras stay by the nest until hatchlings are born. And they can protect it aggressively.
You know, like these king cobras, they don't just hood up and strike. They can hood up and move forward.
King cobras are huge, up to 18 feet long. They can lift as much as a third of their bodies off the ground, and they have the unique ability to move forward in this upright position.
If you see a 14 or a 13-foot king cobra standing up 3 or 4 feet high and charging forward with all this body behind it, and then lunging forward at you, mouth open, it's pretty scary.
Scary and sometimes even deadly. Jerry told me a terrifying tale of a king cobra and a snake charmer from eastern India named Dumal Babu. In June 1997, Babu was collecting firewood near his village, when suddenly he came face to face with a giant king cobra, at least 15 feet long. He reached to grab it, but the cobra lunged forward and struck Babu's nose. Babu faced a horrifying decision: die a paralyzing death within minutes, or cut off his nose before the deadly neurotoxic venom reached his central nervous system. Babu chose to live and reached for his sickle. Man, that's a choice I never want to make. Jerry and I had no luck in the forest surrounding the village, so we continue our search in a nearby rice paddy. But as the day winds down, I start to question the villagers' claims.
To tell you the truth, I'm not so sure there is a king cobra. I think every village has a king cobra story, but a real snake, I'm not so sure. Don't get me wrong, I think there are probably king cobras out here. Whew. But how often these folks actually see one?
Then suddenly, I hear our cameraman shouting.
Snake, 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 finally, snake, 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 snake. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's big. Oh my gosh. Careful, careful, careful. Oh my gosh. That's a king cobra. Careful, 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 careful. Oh my God. I was just talking about it. Man, you know it's a lucky day when the cameraman finds a snake. Unbelievable.
He's going to be very fast in this water.
Oh.
They can swim like grease lightning.
Can they dive underwater?
They generally don't. They can though. So
Unbelievable. Simon, what was he doing when you saw him?
Just swimming through this paddy field.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Man, he's huge.
Then, the cobra makes a sound that I've read about but never heard before.
What's growling? Did you hear the growl?
They have kazoo-like holes in their windpipes. A vibrating membrane causes the growl.
It's my understanding it's the only snake that growls?
no, the rat snake, the Indian rat snake does as well. Yeah, his favorite food.
It's amazing.
The growl makes this huge beast even more intimidating.
Membranes over them.
That growl is backed up by powerful muscles.
He's very slippery. I can't hold on to his body very easy. They're also very strong. Whoa! Have you felt how strong he is, Brady?
Whoa, careful. No, I want to feel it. I can't believe you can just hold him like this.
As long as he's not in the biting mode, but he can change any
Tell me,
second, yeah?
Please tell me.
If he turns,
Whoa.
if he turns, drop him.
Tell me if he's in the biting mode.
Yeah. Yeah, watch out. Yeah. You feel the strength here?
Oh my gosh, it's like a python.
Yeah.
Man, that scares me. Talk about having a tiger by the tail.
It's not just the king cobra's size and strength that concerns me.
Careful. Yeah.
King cobras produce more venom and have the largest venom sacs of any snake, yielding up to 2 teaspoons of venom. Now that may not sound like much, but it's enough to kill up to 20 adults. When injected into the body, the neurotoxic venom blocks electrical impulses passed between neurons in the nervous system. You become paralyzed, your heart and lungs shut down, and you eventually die.
If we were bitten by this snake, man, it would be a medical emergency.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't make it to hospital. No one can tell. But there have been some records of people dying in minutes, half an hour. Watch out, straight.
Now it gets really risky. To relocate the snake, we first have to capture it.
Whoa!
The snake is just too powerful to control with tongs. So Jerry's going to grab it with his bare hands.
So should I keep his attention?
No, it's best that he just don't move.
Okay.
As
Go.
the stiller he is, the better.
Man, be careful. This is crazy.
Easy, easy.
You're not comfortable. Don't do it.
Easy, easy.
Unbelievable. Jerry's like a snake whisperer.
Stay strong. Don't let him coil around anything.
Man, look at that mouth. I got it. Don't let go. Don't let go.
And I'm
Look
not
at
getting my
that.
hand anywhere near
No.
that.
Look at those skulls. And I mean, they've got this ridge over the eye.
He's hissing.
The last phase is the most dangerous. Bagging the snake for transport to a cobra reserve.
How are you going to do this? Are you
Just
gonna
dump
switch hands?
dump the rest of the body in first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Venomous snake.
Okay, watch yourself. You're getting close to the head. Now on the count of 3.
Oh, man.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. Got it.
Unbelievable. Yeah! Woo! They're happy, we're happy, the snake should be happy because it's gonna get a new, safer home. We're gonna move this snake out of this dangerous area where these people have to work.
I now have a new appreciation for the king cobra's powers. But does it deserve to be called the deadliest snake? Let's see how it measures up. The first criterion I'm judging the snake on is size. The king cobra is the longest venomous snake on the planet, reaching up to 18 feet in length, so that's a perfect 5. The next category is volume of venom, and again, king cobras are tops. They can deliver more venom than any other snake, another 5. But on the other criteria, the king cobra does less well. Although it can inject a massive dose, drop for drop, its venom is less toxic than many other venomous snakes. A 3 for toxicity. And despite its huge size and intimidating growl, it's not a particularly irritable snake. Another 3 for personality. And the last category is human deaths. King cobras kill just 5 to 10 people each year, 2 points. That gives king cobras a whopping total of 18 points.
Man, that was the capture of a lifetime. We just subdued the world's largest venomous snake species. However, there are a lot of other snakes which make up for their lack of size with very toxic venom. Venom much more dangerous than that of the king cobra.
My investigation to identify the world's most fearsome snake has taken me to India, where I went head-to-head with a 15-foot king cobra. It scored 18 points in my investigation. But there are many other species of cobra. Some that can give you a squirt of venom without even biting you. Up next, the spitting cobra, second of my 7 deadly snakes. In search of it, I'm headed to Pilanesberg National Park in South Africa. Wildlife ranger and researcher Andrew Jackson is introducing me to the Mozambique spitting cobra. Man, he's fast. Whew. That's a pretty snake, very light colored underneath. So they're pretty accurate. I mean, they usually hit what they want to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there it is. Did you see that?
The big fallacy in most countries is that the snake spits for your eyes, but if you watch it, it spits for movement.
Uh-huh.
And 9 times out of 10, it's the top half of your body that's moving, so he is going to hit your eyes.
Yeah. Spitting cobras don't have to stand and hood up to spit. They can even get you while lying down. Oh!
Yeah, good one.
Yeah, I got it on my glasses. Oh, I guess I had to be careful taking those off. I've seen a reference that said that the holes, the orifice on the fangs is somewhat spiraled, like the barrel of a gun.
Correct, yeah.
Which gives a little rotation to the venom to increase their accuracy. The holes on the spitter's fangs are more rounded on the front than other species of cobra. As the snake forces venom through its fangs, pressure builds up. Then when the cobra exhales, venom shoots out. Deadly accurate up to 8 feet away. If its venom gets in your eyes, it can cause blindness. But the venom won't hurt you if it gets on your skin or even in your mouth.
Oh, there's some, oh, I got it on my hand.
To kill you, the spitter has to inject its venom into the bloodstream, just like any other venomous snake. If you've got a cut on your hand, or if this snake bites you and gets the venom in your bloodstream, that's when you have some serious problems. The spitter's venom works like the king cobra's. It attacks the nervous system, causing paralysis and heart and lung failure. The cobra's spitting ability doesn't function in venom delivery. Spitting is a long-distance defense mechanism, distracting predators and buying the snake time to make its escape. I like the spitters. They have a lot of character. Dangerous character. The spitting definitely makes working with these cobras hazardous. But how does it rank on my 5 criteria? These guys rarely grow to a length of 6 feet, so a 2 for size. But for its size, it packs a lot of venom, and its spitting ability is just cool, so a 4 for volume. Toxicity of venom. It's much less toxic than many other snakes in my investigation, a 2. Personality, spitting cobras usually spit or strike only when provoked, another 2. And human deaths? Bites are rare, only a few dozen fatalities on record, so 2 again. Spitting cobras score 12 points. Not even close to dethroning the king cobra. Its massive volume of venom and large size help it outscore the spitter by 6 points. But if names mean anything, then maybe Australia's fierce snake, the inland taipan, can take the lead. It's got the most lethal snake venom on the planet. Many people maintain this is the world's deadliest snake. The inland taipan makes its home in Australia's outback. Australian Aborigines dubbed it fierce snake, not because of its personality, but because of its extremely toxic venom. In one bite, an inland taipan can inject enough venom to kill 60 to 100 people. Or kill up to 100,000 native rats, the snake's main prey. These rats may seem docile, but they can seriously hurt the taipan with their sharp teeth and claws. The taipan's brutally toxic venom drops the rat within seconds before it can do any damage. The taipan's venom is a cocktail of deadly components. And Terry Phillip, a snake expert at Reptile Gardens in South Dakota, knows just what's in it.
It's an overwhelmingly neurotoxic venom, which causes basically complete paralysis in your system.
Neurotoxins paralyze your muscles and stop your heart. Another gruesome toxin clots your blood, turning it into a thick soup and destroying vital organs. Let's see what happens when we mix taipan venom with human blood.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take our inland taipan here. We're gonna gently lay him out on the table. We're gonna real gently pin his head down so I can get a nice, safe, firm grip on the back of his head. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and take this snake and I'm gonna extract a little bit of venom. There he goes. Okay, you see that venom right there?
This is the most toxic snake venom in the world. Just 1 milligram of inland taipan venom would kill Terry or me.
It's hard to understand what 1 milligram is. When I was in grade school, we had to weigh an M&M, one chocolate M&M, and 1 M&M weighs 1 gram. If you take that 1 M&M and you cut it into 1,000 equal pieces and take one of those pieces, that's how much of this venom it takes to kill an adult person.
A sample of normal human blood is thin and watery. But then Terry introduces a tiny amount of taipan venom. Within 10 minutes, normal human blood turns from liquid to near solid. What's happening here? When a bite occurs, toxins invade the bloodstream, causing red blood cells to separate from plasma, the liquid part of the blood. This is called clotting. Clotted blood cells can no longer carry oxygen and nutrients to vital organs like the kidneys and liver. Eventually, the organs shut down. Without antivenin, death is inevitable. But there's something else surprising about the taipan. No recorded human deaths have ever been attributed to this snake. Not only is the inland taipan shy and difficult to provoke, but few people live in the harsh Australian outback where this snake is found. And that fact is going to cost the inland taipan when it comes to rating it for deadliness. The inland taipan is a big snake, reaching up to 8 feet in length, and its venom is plentiful, with at least a teaspoon stored in its venom sacs. But it's not as big, nor does it stockpile as much venom as the king cobra. 4 points each for size and volume of venom. But what venom it does have is the most toxic of any snake, a 5 for toxicity. Its shy personality and no recorded human deaths really cost it, though. A 1 for personality and 0 for human deaths. That gives the inland taipan 14 points, 4 points less than the king cobra. But the neck snakes have an extra grisly weapon, venom that dissolves flesh.
That's a Russell's viper. That's a Russell's viper.
In my search for the most fearsome snake, I've tangled with the largest cobra on the planet and seen what the most toxic snake venom can do to the human body. But there's another family of serpents with gigantic fangs and venom that literally dissolves human tissue. The vipers. Could a viper dethrone the king cobra as the deadliest snake? I'm going back to India to a village outside Mangalore, where locals report a Russell's viper dangerously close to their homes. The Russell's viper kills more people in Asia than any other snake. Biologist Jerry Martin and I hope to capture it and move it to a nearby national park out of harm's way.
Hello.
Hello.
They said it was here along the wall.
Angit ayirunde? In the side poche. It went away this way. All right, let's
All right,
look
we'll
around.
see
There's
what we
tons of
can
places
do.
it could be.
That's what worries me.
But chances are the snake is probably escaping the noonday heat.
I'm sure we'd have to move something. It's going to be under something.
Oh, Jerry,
What?
come here, quick. There, see it?
That's something else.
No. I saw it. It was a small snake. It was small. You see it?
It's a
There.
centipede.
Oh, never mind. Centipede.
Looked like a snake.
Back to the search.
This looks promising to me.
Russell's vipers are often found in decaying coconut leaves where they stay cool and they can ambush prey.
You need to be really careful because you won't see them until your hand's right at them.
Whoa. I just saw something.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's a snake. There's a snake right here. See it?
Yeah. Oh, he's nice.
Look. It's big. See it right there in the corner. Yeah. We got it right here. That is a Russell's viper, man. It's better than a centipede.
It definitely is.
We got to move all this stuff. We got to be careful.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Now for the hard part, the capture. A lapse of attention here could be fatal.
Now these guys, unlike the cobras, have a strong hemolytic type of venom.
Yeah.
Unlike neurotoxins, which target the nervous system, hemolytic toxins attack the blood and tissue. When viper venom comes in contact with blood vessels and capillaries, they dissolve.
Well, it actually tells your blood to clot, right? And then your body tells your blood not to clot, and it overdoes it, so you start bleeding from everywhere.
And there's nothing that doctors can do for the tissue damage.
No,
I
nothing
mean,
at all.
once you're bitten, you're going to get as much tissue damage as you're supposed to get.
Yeah, you need to get anti-venom in as fast as possible.
I mean, they can save your life, but there's nothing they can do for that tissue damage.
No.
One of the worst viper bites I'm aware of occurred in 1997 at La Selva Field Station in Costa Rica. Herpetologist Maura Maple had a near-fatal encounter with another type of viper, the fertile ants. This species bites hundreds of people a year, more than any other snake in this part of the world. Fertile ants are nocturnal, so if you go out in the rainforest after dusk, protective shoes are a must. But one night, Maura forgot to put on her boots. As she moved along the trail, Maura scanned the path for snakes. Yet fertile ants are equipped with senses far more powerful than a flashlight. Heat-sensitive organs on the front of their snouts allow them to detect warm-blooded animals in total darkness. These pits can detect temperature differences of 0.005 of a degree Fahrenheit, giving the snake a thermal image of its surroundings. And this time, a fertile ant zeroed in on Maura's foot. Maura's life hung in the balance. As the venom crept up her leg, Maura's veins and flesh began to dissolve. Her blood pressure plummeted. It took 17 vials of antivenom, many times the average dose, to stop the poison's deadly march throughout Maura's body. She was hospitalized for more than 6 weeks. Her Her entire left foot and ankle had to be surgically rebuilt. Those images are on my mind as we close in on a Russell's viper in India. Then suddenly, the danger doubles.
That's another tail. There's two snakes. There's a snake right here. There's another. There's two tails. There's two snakes. Man, that's beautiful. That's a pretty one. Two snakes.
Okay, we're gonna have
Two
to move
Russell
a lot more of
vipers.
these. Let's clear this place out first.
Okay, whoa. This other one's on the move too. And I'm afraid we're gonna lose them. I think I can get this snake. I'm gonna try to pull the big one out of here,
Okay,
and then maybe we can.
careful. They lunge.
Yeah.
Careful.
Okay.
Watch out, you got coconuts at your feet.
Yeah. Okay, I'm coming out. Don't lose that second one though.
Okay, just take them away.
Yeah, I got this one.
Okay, we move suddenly. Careful.
Yeah. Man, it's so fast. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I mean, these snakes kill thousands of people. More people in Asia are killed by this snake right here than any other. It's not cobras, not pythons. It's these guys right here, the Russell's viper. But you can see how quick it is. And look at that. I mean, just lightning fast.
Here's another reason vipers could be considered the world's deadliest serpent.
Let's look at these hinged fangs. I mean, evolutionary marvel.
They have the longest fangs of any group of snakes. The Russells reach an average of 1 inch, but some vipers have fangs twice that long. They're specially designed to fold up along the roof of the mouth. Without this unique design, the large fangs would stick out like a saber-toothed cat's.
It's ingenious. When the snake wants to bite, they swing forward, and the snake drives them deep into your flesh. Man, look at all that venom. You see that?
The deeper the venom is injected, the deadlier the results.
You got it?
Yeah, he's beautiful.
Now that we've captured both Russell's vipers, we're going to relocate them to a national park, so both the villagers and the snakes will be safe.
I mean, 2 snakes in one day is an incredible day, but 2 Russell vipers?
In the same
Man!
hole.
Woo! This is an all-time great.
Now for the scoring. Russell's vipers max out at 5 feet, and the fertile ants at around 8. That makes them big, but not king cobra big. For size, 3 for the Russells and 4 for the fertile ants. Volume of venom. Both vipers are well stocked, about a half a teaspoon each, but still less than the king cobra, so 4 points for both. Viper venom can dissolve tissue, but it's not as lethal as the inland taipan's venom, so 4 for toxicity. The fertile ants is more unpredictable than the Russells. On personality, the fertile ants gets 4. I'm giving the Russells a 3. And human deaths? Dozens of people die from fertile ants bites, but thousands are killed by Russells each year. Mainly because more people in the Americas have access to antivenom than people in Asia. That earns the fertile ants a 2, and the Russells a whopping 5. The Russell's viper takes the lead from the king cobra with 19 points. I've investigated snakes that can kill you, but my next contender can actually eat you.
Hey, snakehead!
Could anything be more fearsome? On my quest to identify the world's most fearsome snake, I've been growled at, spit on, and laid hands on deadly vipers. Now I'm about to come face to face with a giant of the snake world. The python. I've come to South Africa in search of an African rock python. It's the continent's biggest snake, reaching incredible lengths of up to 20 feet.
When dangerous snakes come to mind, most people think of the bad boys of the snake world, the venomous snakes. You know, there are snakes that get big enough to kill and even eat a human.
There's a tale going around the snake community about a sleeping goat herder and a giant python on the hunt. They say the boy was stalked by a beast 2 feet around and 18 feet long, with dozens of needle-sharp teeth and jaws as wide as the boy's shoulders. It's said to have snatched the sleeping boy, squeezed the life out of him, and then swallowed him whole. Some say the python was lured by the scent of the boy's goatskin wrap, while others say it was a rogue man-eater. A man-eating python would have to be huge. Wildlife ranger Andrew Jackson introduces me to a villager who says he has seen a python big enough to do it. If so, it could threaten his livestock.
Well, I mean, that would be a tremendous hardship for him to lose a cow or a
I
goat.
definitely can understand why the people might not want this animal. Yeah.
If the giant snake is in the area, we're going to try to capture it and move it to a protected area a couple hours away. And I have a hunch I know where to start looking. Pythons often escape the noonday heat in aardvark burrows.
That is a huge hole.
But so do other dangerous creatures, like scorpions, cobras, even leopards.
I don't see any trails. I don't think anybody's home.
Instead of wasting our time here, let's do a quick run of the road, see if we see any snake tracks, and hopefully we'll get lucky.
Oh, looks like there's something on the road, Brady.
It's definitely something.
Yeah, that's a track. That's a snake track.
I don't know if it's a snake track or not. You think that's snake?
Yeah, these scales.
Wow, it is. Look at this. That is incredible. That is definitely scales. I know that.
Pushed off, yeah. Gone in, eh? Jeez, that's a pretty big snake.
Maybe these guys are right. Maybe this is a giant snake. Let's go look.
We follow the track to a nearby water hole. We keep an eye out for bubbles, a ripple, anything lurking below. A really big python is strong enough to drag either of us underwater and hold us there until we drown.
And as you know, a bite from a big python is it's one of the worst bites you can receive.
Nasty bite.
I mean, a lot of teeth break off in your skin.
Pythons have more than 100 needle-sharp teeth and a bulldog grip.
I just saw something on just a little dimple on the water right here. I now know there's something in here. Hey, snakehead! I just saw a snakehead.
There's a body, there's a body.
It's a snake. It's a big. Here he is! Here he is! I got. What's the head? What's the head? Where's the head? Where's the head?
Funny, I'll take the towel you move up.
There it is. There it is.
Yep.
Man, we got it! We found it!
Yeah, you got it.
It's a big snake! Woo! That is a big snake. That is a big snake. Wait, he's pulling out of my hand. He's pulling out of my grip.
Yeah.
He's pulling out of my grip.
It's constricting around you.
He's pulling out of my grip. He's pulling out of my grip. Man, he's pulling out of my grip. Watch out. He's gonna come loose. Watch out. He's pulling my hand off. That's what she is. He's big. He's big. It's like a 15-foot long snake. You wanna see it? Oh, he's cutting off the circulation in my arm.
I do not want this snake to coil itself around my body. The coils can exert 100 pounds of pressure per square inch. That's enough to compress my heart and stop blood flow in my body, causing heart failure and death. But finally, the python tires.
Man, he's big. He's big. He's big. That may be the biggest snake I've ever captured. I mean, that is. Look at that maw.
We're going to get the python to dry land and measure it. Let's go back over here. Let's run this tape measure. He's so strong, so strong.
360, 361.
Just shy of 4 meters. 15 feet. That's a foot longer than the king cobra I caught in India.
So many times when you catch a big snake, it'll regurgitate its last meal.
Shedding the extra pounds enables a python to retreat quicker, or even provide a distraction so it can escape.
I'm getting too old for this. Look at that, what is that?
Looks like a hay.
Looks like a... I mean, these guys said this thing was eating cows. There's no way, it's not that big. Look, there it is.
Sheesh.
What is that?
Looks like a big hay, a big rabbit.
Now we know for sure this snake didn't eat a cow. But astonishingly, it is possible for a python to consume a small boy. Here's how. To devour giant prey, the python starts by opening its jaws 180 degrees. Its teeth are recurved backwards, and the two sides of the skull move independently, rocking back and forth, walking the jaws up and over the prey. And once inside, the python's stomach expands, enough to accommodate animals 2 to 3 times wider than itself. Pythons are known to eat animals as big as an impala. Our final task is to relocate the python to a protected area. Now the villagers' livestock and the snake will be safe. Now, let's see how the rock python compares to other dangerous snakes. Rock pythons are tops for size, so a perfect 5. Of course, pythons don't have any venom, so 0s for volume and toxicity. Personality? Like most snakes, they'll retreat if they can, but they can also strike aggressively when threatened. Plus, they're the only snake in my investigation that could actually stalk and eat you. Man, that's worth 4 points. Yet while there are lots of legends about man-eating pythons, few if any have ever been documented, so 1 point for human deaths. Python score, a total of 10. The Russell's Viper still holds the lead with 19 points. But now I'm about to come face to face with the last of my 7 deadly snakes. And it's the one with the most fearsome reputation, the black mamba.
If there was ever a dangerous encounter, this has gotta be it.
My quest for the world's most fearsome snake has taken me across 4 continents, where I've had encounters with all kinds of dangerous serpents. But the snake that I fear the most, I've saved for last. Africa's black mamba.
I've interacted with most of the bad boys of the snake world, but I've never even seen a black mamba. They're lightning fast, extremely excitable, and pack a punch with neurotoxic venom which can kill you in a matter of minutes. I'm really uneasy about this one.
I've come to Pilanesberg National Park in South Africa to assist wildlife ranger Andrew Jackson. He's capturing black mambas for a radio tracking project. The tracking device will tell Andrew more about the animal's lifestyle and shed some light on its mysterious ways.
Yeah, I see it, I see it, I see it, I see it.
Just 30 to 40 years ago, before black mamba antivenin was developed,
If this snake bit you, you died. It was 100% mortality, human mortality. And that's how dangerous a snake this is.
then the mamba gapes at us.
Oh, look. It's got its mouth open. There's where they call it the black mamba. It's not a black snake, but the name comes from the lining of its mouth. It holds its mouth open, and it's just jet black. That means it is not happy. Oh, look, he's holding, he's just struck. Man, these snakes, they've got front fixed fangs, and they'll do multiple stabbing bites. And they're so fast, many times you're bitten 2 or 3 times before you even realize what's happened. Man, this thing scares me.
Black mambas are not only fast, they're big. Next to king cobras, they're the second longest venomous snake, reaching lengths of up to 14 feet.
Man, how do you get something down like that?
There's only one way, and that's going up the tree with him. We're gonna go up the tree.
We or you?
Me.
That's what I like.
You often find black mambas in trees, hunting or basking in the sun. Their scientific name, Dendroaspis, means tree snake.
So what do I do? Once I'm in position, I'm going to ask you to hopefully just move him down towards me. And then as he gets closer to me, then I'm going to try and tongue him and then bring him out of the tree.
Okay.
You got him?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
No, I've still got him.
Okay.
Okay, you got, can I let go?
Yeah, but will it hurt the snake if we drop him like that?
No, you're gonna hold him. I'm just gonna
Man, he's
move my-
very, I know, but his body's gonna come falling down.
No, I'm
Whoa,
gonna
whoa,
move
whoa,
my
I'm not
tongue.
sure I've got him.
Okay.
You got him?
Yeah, I got him.
Okay, let him go, I've got him. Man, I don't like he's looking at me. Will he come up my tongs?
He can't.
Have I got a good hold? Can you see the backside of the tongs?
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh man, he's pulling out of my tongs.
He's strong, eh? Very powerful.
Yeah. It's a very dangerous snake, but he's also beautiful. I do not want to hurt him. And if we're gonna hurt him, I'm just gonna stay out of this.
Okay, you got him?
Yeah, I've got some of him, yeah.
He's coming back towards me. Just hold him there.
Is that okay? The snake's okay,
you're fine
right?
there. You're fine there.
Watch out, he's coming loose. He's loose.
The black mamba is the fastest snake on the planet. It reaches a top speed of 12 miles an hour. They've evolved this lightning fast speed to chase down rats and birds. The secret behind their superior speed is design. Black mambas are long and slender, which makes them lightweight. They have elongated muscles and tendons along their spines, which allow them to make fewer bends when they move. Fewer bends means less of their bodies to touch the ground, reducing friction and increasing speed. Luckily, Andrea and I managed to subdue the mamba before it shows us just how fast it is. Now, I'm going to attempt something I said I would never do.
Can I grab him from that position?
Yep.
You sure?
You're good there.
You sure?
You're good there.
Right like this?
Push the head down. Yep.
Is that okay?
Perfect.
You sure?
Perfect.
Can I let go? Are you sure I'm okay?
You got him.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm taking my tongue away.
Whoa, hold him because he's strong.
I've got his tail.
Can I let go?
You can let go. You got him. You got him.
Man, I'm really scared. Man, hold that body. Look at the black mouth.
I keep him pointing away from you because he could lunge. They're such powerful bodies.
Well, hold on to that body.
I got it.
Man, my heart is just skipping beats.
I did it! My first black mamba capture.
I've handled cobras, death adders, rattlesnakes, you name it. I always told myself this is the one snake I would never put my hands on. I mean, if I'm bitten by this snake, there's a good chance I could die. I mean, it's that serious.
Then I start to lose my grip.
Whoa. He's pulling. I gotta let go. What do you want me to do? Can I just release him? Hurry.
Okay, go. Release.
You sure?
Yep, go for it. Release. Okay.
You okay?
Yep, all good.
Look at that mouth. See, that's what scares me is, I'm getting old. I'm not fast like I used to be.
But I can't relax yet. I've got to help Andrew get the serpent into the drum.
Okay, you want me to grab it?
Grab it just behind my tongs, Brady.
With my tongs?
With your tongs, yep. And then you're going to transfer it and you're ready. Okay. Slide towards his tail.
Oh, okay.
And keep going.
Okay.
Just so you got it. Okay, and up.
Okay, I got you.
Go tail first.
Okay. Should I put the lid on when he's in
go.
there?
Let go of your tongs. And you wait. I'll give you the go-ahead for the lid. Wait. Okay, hold lid half on.
Can he jump out of there?
You can. Lid half on. You ready?
Yep.
Woohoo! Man, that is incredible. I mean, talk about flirting with death.
Now this snake is going to serve a purpose.
Yeah.
You're going to actually put a radio transmitter in this guy and then release it and look at its movement pattern.
Movement pattern, yeah.
Let's get it back in the vehicle. I got to sit down. Man, I got to sit down.
Man, the way my heart's pounding, I got a feeling that this was the most dangerous encounter yet. Let's find out. Black mambas are the longest venomous snakes in Africa, a 5 for size. Volume of venom, black mambas are loaded, but not as much as the king cobra, a 4. Toxicity, weaker than a taipan, but without anti-venom, 100% lethal, a 5. Black mambas are irritable only when provoked, but they seem more easily agitated than most snakes, a 5 for personality. And human deaths, It's one of the top killers in Africa, but still less than a dozen people die from mamba bites each year, a 3. The front runner is the Russell's viper. Toxic venom and terrifying body count pushed its score up to 19 points. But the mamba beats out the Russells on size and personality. The mamba's marks add up to 22 points. My vote for the title World's Deadliest Snake goes to Africa's black mamba. I've had dangerous encounters with some of the most incredible snakes on Earth.
I mean, look at that maw.
And met some dedicated scientists working to understand and protect them. Oh, there it is again. You see that? Now when someone asks me what's the world's deadliest snake, I'll be ready with an answer. But still, the snake you really have to fear is the one that just bit you.